So I just found out yesterday that, as it turns out, I'm actually going to be at GraniteCon in September, and that's in about 6 weeks. Um, Everything this year obviously is very weird and up in the air. I haven't exhibited, like, done an artist alley table at a convention since the end of October 2019. So I wasn't sure whether I was in at GraniteCon or not. There was some confusion about that because, like I said, everything's very wonky with cons this year because, like, are they happening? When are they happening? Dates keep moving around. Do you still have my deposit from 2 years ago? Like, what happened? Everything's very chaotic. Some cons forwarded money that you already paid for a 2020 table that never happened. Some refunded them. Like, it's just kind of a mess. And so I had not known for sure that I was going to be at GraniteCon, and as it turns out I am. And so now I have 6 weeks to figure out how to be at a con again. I haven't done this in so long. I have no idea. No idea. It's been literally almost 2 solid years since I have been at a convention, and I don't know what I'm doing right now. First things first, I need to find somewhere in my chaotic storage area. This isn't even the worst of it. This is the better half of the chaotic storage area. I'm not even showing you the bad half of the chaotic storage area because I'm embarrassed, and it's very bad. So I need to find my stock. I need to find all of my con stuff and figure out what I need to order, because if there's anything I need to order, like my books, prints I get made locally, that's not a big deal. Those I can order and have done in like a day. But like my books, I know I will need to probably order more of them, and shipping and fulfillment on everything has been very sketchy, very hit and miss. There have been a lot of delays. There have been a lot of, I'm sorry, we can't get you that for a month. A lot of that has gone on. So I need to get that in now to make sure that I have enough stock. So I need to dig around in chaotic storage and see if I can find my con boxes and my stock. Okay, I found them. I found them in the really bad chaos area, which this is as much as you're gonna be able to see of it. There were a couple of boxes. I have them condensed here because I was counting them. And I have 10 of Volume 2 and 8 each of Volume 1 and Volume 3. I almost always sell more Volume 1 than anything else because if someone's new to the series, they're going to buy Volume 1 to check it out. And they don't always come back for another one. That's fine. That's how life works. You're always going to sell more Volume 1s than anything else. So I definitely want more Volume 1. I'm on the fence over whether I want more Volume 3 or not. I'm like, it's like right on the edge, because the other thing is, I don't want to buy a ton of these and have this inventory sitting around that I've sunk a bunch of money into if, like, the con gets canceled between now and then. Because that's a distinct possibility still. We're still existing in this world of, events could get, like, states could shut down and events could get canceled at any time. I have one other convention later in the fall. It could get canceled. I don't know. I've already been sitting on these books for 2 years. I don't want to spend a ton of money on more books and then have them sit here for who knows how much longer. But I also don't want to bring so little stock to a convention that I don't have the opportunity to make my money back of going to the convention. So this is the tightrope I have to try to figure out how to balance. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I gotta figure it out today. So we're like 3 weeks away from GraniteCon at this point, which is supposedly still happening. The numbers in all of the country make me really skeptical that that's going to happen, but you know what? I can't plan for it to be canceled and then have it not be canceled and then show up with no stuff and not be ready. So I have to at least prepare for this to actually be a thing, whether or not it ultimately is. That's what I have to prepare for. That's how I have to plan. So I ordered my books a while ago. They're not here yet. I haven't received a shipping notification yet. So, trying not to panic about that. I don't I don't really have any control over what Amazon does in their warehouse. It's not really a thing I can do anything about, so I'm just trying not to stress it. But yesterday I dug out my business cards because I was mailing off some artwork to some people, and I realized that this is all the business cards I have left. And like, this is realistically enough to get me through a couple of cons. Not many people realistically take them, but they're good to have. And while I'm doing all this stuff anyway, they're a little out of date, like they don't have the YouTube channel on them. I could just stand to update them. So this is the task for today. This is the con prep task for today, is business cards and any other things I need to order, getting that done, because this is basically like the last minute I should be putting this off to. I know 3 weeks seems like a long time, but with all the shipping delays and logistics problems going on, 3 weeks is not a lot of time. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna order some stuff. I gotta order cards. I gotta order some other stuff that I've never ordered before. That's exciting. So I've gotta figure that out. So that's what I'm doing this afternoon. Okay, so it's the Tuesday before GraniteCon. So I have like 4-ish days to finish getting all my stuff together. My books came in, that's good. Some other merchandise came in, that's also good. The thing I need to focus on this week is tomorrow I need to get some prints. Like I need to make my print order today and pick them up tomorrow. And I need to assess my mini comic stock, which is what I'm doing sitting on the floor here right now. Is seeing what I have for mini comics, what needs to be reprinted, and if there's anything new that needs to be printed up and worked into the stock here. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now, because now we're in crunch time now. I have to finish getting everything together now. I only have one more thing that I ordered that I'm waiting on arriving, which has supposedly shipped, so hopefully it'll be here before I have to go to the con. So right now I'm focusing on what do I have for mini comics, what do I need to reprint, and what do I have for prints, what do I need to reprint, and then once I get all of that stuff by tomorrow, then it's going to be figuring out how I'm going to fit all this stuff on a table, and like what I maybe want to winnow out and what I want to replace. I don't know, maybe I should do that first. I don't know. I gotta look at what I have here and try to figure out what I'm doing. But this week, basically the long and the short of it is that this week I need to finish getting my stock pulled together, which I'm doing today and tomorrow. Figure out what exactly of all of that stock I'm bringing and how it's all gonna fit on a table, and packing everything up. We can do this. We can do this. It's Tuesday. I gotta leave Friday afternoon. It's Tuesday right now. We can make this happen. It is the day before I leave for the con, and I'm trying to pack all my stuff, and I just have to say, Amazon, why would you pack books like that? What? I just opened this box, and that's how this is, with no filler, and these are on their why are you, and now look, the corner's all why? Thankfully, most of the books were fine, and a couple of them are just, like, slightly foxed around the edges, but I had at least one casualty. Look at this. Look at this. Like, come on, guys. Like, I pay Amazon for these. Like, they make money off of them. Maybe not, like, a ton of money, but they make money off of me buying these copies. I have to pay for them in order to get them to sell them, and this is just very frustrating, the complete lack of care on what was, like, a fairly significant order. I ordered a crap load of books and gave Amazon a bunch of my money, and then they threw them in a box like they just couldn't be bothered, and this is extremely frustrating. I've been kind of planning for a while my exit strategy from relying on Amazon for product for a lot of reasons, and I think this is the final nail in the coffin. It's gonna make this be a project I undertake in earnest this winter, because yeah, that's a bunch of crap. There's not really any excuse for it either. They were just really carelessly packed. It is Friday. It is the day before the convention, and I'm about to head out and drive down to Manchester. Had a couple of curveballs thrown my way today. I had to keep one child home from school because he wasn't like sick, but he had a sore throat, and kids aren't allowed to go to school with sore throats these days because they might be sick. So I had to figure out what to do with him so I could leave. And I'm still waiting to hear from the print shop if the prints I ordered are done. It's not really their fault. I did kind of wait until very much the last minute to send the files to them. So hopefully they're done before I have to pass through that area to get where I'm going this afternoon. I've got my tiny car packed up with all of my stuff, and I'm about to hit the road. So wish me luck. I have picked up my prints. The print shop emailed me as I was on my way to the town where they are located, and thankfully they were ready. So that worked out pretty much perfectly. There goes my miracle for this weekend. Now, at this point, I'm pretty much ready to get underway in earnest. I don't know what I'm forgetting. I'm probably forgetting something. I'm probably forgetting a lot of things. I'm sure I'll find out pretty soon. Off I go. Buckle up, kids. I'm here. I have a pile of stuff. I dragged my stuff in, and then there's all of the Doug stuff that Ben and I have to deal with. He's gone to get more tables because we're in charge of the gaming library as well as doing my art stuff. So yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out now, because it's like 5 o'clock on Friday and we're trying to get everything set up so that we don't have to be doing this at like 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. But yes, I made it. I'm here. This is what it looks like when a con has barely even started. When vendors have barely even started rolling in at a con. Lots of empty space and empty tables and piles of boxes. Look, we set all the stuff up. Oh, it looks so nice. It looks so nice. Our little board game library gaming lounge area. We've got Dumpstat tees. We've got all of the Free League stuff. All of the Doug stuff. We've got all of the Amanda stuff. Dun dun dun. We are set up, and it's only like 6:40. That really wasn't bad. So now we're gonna like find something to eat because we're all very tired and hungry. Sunday! 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 Ah! And we're done! We're done, and now we have to put all the things in boxes. Now we're breaking down, and we're packing things away. And we have to load them back up and go home. This is the fun part. Whew, I am sweaty and disgusting, and I just finished loading up my car with Ben's help. I helped him load up all of the Victory Condition stuff into his car. He helped me load up all of my comic stuff into my little car. We're loaded back up, ready to hit the road and go home. After a successful first convention back in forever. Is it 3 days after I've come home from the convention? Yes. Am I just now unloading my car and putting my con stuff back in the studio where it belongs? Also, yes. This is kind of the thing. As you come home from one of these shows, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, and you're like super exhausted, and then you're like, I'll deal with the stuff in the morning, and then you don't. And then you just don't. And it just sits out here for several days, and then eventually you feel guilty enough to start putting it away like you're supposed to. Which is what I'm gonna go do now. So, Granite Con 2021 After Action Report. Getting back to conventions was so good. It was so amazing to actually get to see people and tell them about my comic and share my art with them and share in their enthusiasm and share in the enthusiasm of fandom of different things that we all enjoy and be around other creative people and see all of my friends. I mean, obviously, most of the time that I spend working, like 99% of my time as a professional artist, I spend alone at my drafting table or in front of my computer, and I don't get to interact with anyone. And so conventions had always been like the one social aspect of my job, where I would get to see other creatives, and a lot of them became very, very close friends, especially in like the Northeast comic scene where we all see each other a lot. And I hadn't seen most of those people in 2 years, and I desperately missed them, and so it was wonderful to get to see them all again. And it's also just like really invigorating and inspiring to be around other creative people and see the things that they have been working on and the things they've been pouring their energy into, and it gives you new ideas and kind of amps you up too. As far as business goes, I had been hearing from other people that had been doing conventions a little bit earlier as they ramped back up toward the end of the summer, that overall they had been kind of soft, and so I was mentally prepared for the sales to not be great, but ultimately my sales were about 75% of what they typically are for a Granite Con, so that was really good. That was better than I was expecting. While it can be very invigorating to spend this time with other creatives, cons are also kind of emotionally draining. I mean, they're physically draining because it's long days of standing on your feet and talking and hauling boxes of materials around. But also, you spend a lot of time, like, trying to convince random strangers that your stuff is good and cool and they should buy it, and then they just go, uh-huh, and walk away, so that can get kind of emotionally draining after a while. So basically, you just end the weekend utterly exhausted, like, super lifted up emotionally from being around all your other friends and other creative people, and then also kind of emotionally depleted because of the amount of effort you've put out into the universe that may not have been reciprocated. Also, to address the pandemonium in the room, I was very comfortable going to Granite Con because they had very sensible safety policies in place that they were enforcing and that people were actually adhering to. As you saw in my videos, the only time that I didn't have a mask on while in the convention building was when I was hiding behind a banner to eat my snacks away from everyone else. And that was pretty much the norm everywhere in the convention. I think I saw one person the entire weekend that was just not wearing their mask for some reason, and otherwise everybody did a great job. We're super good at adhering to these kind of requirements. I don't think I would be comfortable going to a convention that didn't have these kind of requirements of masking around when you're around anyone, or vaccination requirements or anything else, just because things are still very crazy right now. Overall, I am super glad to be back into the convention groove. I am not necessarily back on my stride by any means. I think it's going to take me a few more shows before I really feel truly comfortable getting back into the groove, but I'm happy to be on that road at this point, and I'm looking forward to more. Let me know down in the comments if you have gone to any conventions yet in 2021, or if you plan to, or even if you don't. I totally understand people not being comfortable with it yet, not being ready to go back. I was very nervous about going back to this one, so I get it. Hopefully I'll even see some of you at an upcoming convention. I would really love to meet some of the people that I've met through my channel. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye! Yeah, Ben, you're gonna be in a video.
Yeah. Is it for your YouTube channel?
Yes, for my YouTube channel.
That's the
Look.
best.